I'm Sadie A.K.A. and I'm with the Atomic Escape Rooms over in Kennewick, Washington. You're probably wondering how I got into this situation. Well, let's start at the beginning. Well, I start by throwing my stuff in the locker that like 4 of us share here. But that's not what you're actually wondering about. You're wondering what people call me here. Some code names, per se. Some people like to call me the voice of God, which does give me a God complex, but I kind of need that when I have such low self-esteem outside of here. Okay, so let's talk about my most memorable experience, or one of the funniest things that has happened with a customer. Let's go in here. Actually, I'm a little scared of this room because I'm afraid of the dark, so let's go somewhere else. Oh yeah, I'm doing an interview. So my most memorable experience is probably this time that a lady fell in VR. She was kind of an older lady, so I was a little worried. She tried to lean on something in the virtual reality experience, the edge of a ship, and I had turned away from it just for like a second, and I heard a crash on the floor, and I looked over and she was on the floor, and I was so terrified because I totally thought that she just like passed out on the floor, but she was fine and she was laughing. Meanwhile, I was terrified. Oh, looks like it's time for us to hide. Let's go. Oh, what are you doing in there? I didn't mean we actually were going to hide like in the vault. Come on. Anyway, so one of my favorite things to say while GMing is probably along the lines of, please don't hit your friends, they are your friends. Because I feel like sometimes people forget that when they're playing the game in the heat of the moment. Anyway, we're actually in our virtual reality game master room, which is probably my favorite room to game master because it's just really fun to watch people do it. Anyway, so one of the ways that I keep focused while game mastering, because fun fact, I'm an artist and also have ADHD, so I have to have something else to do. So I actually have this little doodle notebook that I just fill with a bunch of doodles. So that is one of my things that I require in order to be a game master. Hey, what are you doing up there? You're not supposed to be on the furniture in here, especially in Santa's workshop. Come on, get down from there. Come on, Santa really doesn't want you up there. Thank you. Alright, so my favorite customer was actually in the Christmas room. They've actually done a whole lot of rooms with us. It's 3 people, 2 adults and 1 kid. And usually in the Christmas room, I'm like, they're probably not going to get out because this room is a lot harder than people actually think it is. But they came in and they were just having so much fun. When the lady walked in here, she was like, oh my god, it's Christmas, and it just made me so happy, and the kid was so excited out there. And he was about 11, which is usually a bit younger than we want in here. But they had so much fun, and they actually got out really quickly with like 20 minutes left, and they just had so much fun. They've actually come to about like, I think 3 of our dinner shows as well, because we put on some dinner shows every once in a while. And they just had so much fun in here, and they were just enjoying it. So next thing I should tell you about is how we have customers ask for hints. Sometimes we have them using a walkie-talkie since they're inside of a mine, and other times they're tracked by a serial killer, so we have them talk through a vent to another one of his victims. It just depends on what we're doing. Okay, so I have actually done a few escape rooms outside of here. Ignore that. So I have done a few escape rooms outside of here, like I was saying. I did one in Downey, Texas a few years ago, down in Houston, Texas. I can't remember the name of it right now since it was a few years ago, but it was like the space station themed one where you have to like, I think save like this Adam and Eve type of situation. And it was actually really fun, and we don't know how we solved the last puzzle, but we did make it out in time. What are you doing out there? It's not that hard to follow me. Get in here. Anyway, so my favorite part about game mastering, probably the people you meet here. We get some really cool people coming in that are just really fun, and they're really like clever. They don't even have to be good at the game. Sometimes they're just funny people to listen to and have banter with. And also working with some excellent people here, because we just have like this kind of bond that you build up while working here since you spend so much time together. So that's probably my favorite thing about game mastering. Alright, so the last part of this interview is me giving a suggestion to some customers. One thing I would suggest is don't be afraid to split up. So some people get so in their head about teamwork, they all want to bundle around one puzzle and just work on it like all together, when really you can split up and do different puzzles at the same time. Sometimes there are a lot of different puzzles that can go on at the same time that are non-linear, and I think some people just get so in their head about solving one puzzle, they forget about all the other ones that are in the room. So I think just don't get too in your head about that type of stuff. Don't forget about teamwork, but don't forget sometimes you can do stuff on your own. Alright, so that's all of my interview. Thank you so much for watching. Please vote for me for Game Master of the Year, and I hope you guys have a good year. Now, I actually have another interview that I need to go do, so have a good time, everyone. Oh, hi, I'm Sadie A.K.A.